we are back today with two cars that we're going to take on a great race, about 1,400 miles from Oklahoma to Terre Haute, Indiana, and then back to Oklahoma. Both of them are very fuel efficient because one of them doesn't even take fuel. The other one is a Prius. That's right, we're taking the Tesla and the Prius 1,400 miles to figure out which one can get to Terre Haute, Indiana first and back first. And then we're going to compare the fuel cost for the Prius versus the electric charging cost of the Tesla. And to help us with this journey, obviously I cannot drive two cars, we have the one and the only Monkey Wrench Mike.
It's a very cold.
Are you cold?
Mike, it's freezing out here. It's like 19 degrees
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
19, wind chill's -1. You gotta buck up, man. Come on, it's not that cold. No, I'm kidding.
I
It's
didn't wear my long johns either, so I don't know.
You need jeans, man.
Yeah.
Well, you got the right coat though.
Well, you know where I got this coat?
It looks like the one you got me.
No, this
Is that the one from Walmart when we took that trip to Chicago? Or no,
even
New York.
worse.
New York?
No, even worse.
The Plymouth Satellite? The
No,
Roadrunner?
this is a Cadillac Alante with no
Oh
heat.
my God.
Remember that trip? This is my Old Navy special.
I forgot all about that.
What joy that was.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Is it going to be more fun than this, or will this be more fun?
You know, I don't want to tell you, there's some problems.
Okay.
And I just found out some of them last night.
No.
And unfortunately, there was nothing that could be done about it. So I'm going to let you decide
Okay.
which car do you want to drive there, because we're going to swap cars. I want to keep it fair. We're going to drive, let's say he drives the Prius, I drive the Tesla on the way to Indiana. When we turn around, then he will drive the opposite. It's so cold my brain is frozen.
Yeah.
So that way we both have an equal opportunity to get to experience each car and the pros and cons of both, and we can kind of close out the video with our thoughts on both of them.
If we survive.
Assuming we survive. Let's be very clear. It is currently Friday, January the 12th. There is a major storm system go across the whole United States. They're talking about blizzard conditions, snow, ice, a mix of everything, rain, thunderstorms. We had thunderstorms last night, and now it's 18 degrees. So this is a little dangerous, especially with a Tesla that I don't know. I really don't know much about the charge capacity on it in the cold. Electric cars lose quite a bit of range in the cold just from the temperature change and from using the heater.
Okay.
So the Prius, thankfully, it is a hybrid, so it's electric and gas, and it's not going to suffer from that. So I don't know how this is going to go. I really don't. We're going to be separated. We're going to be going our own way. We can follow each other until it's time. You'll continue on, I'm sure, and I'm going to have to stop in Catoosa for a charge.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I left an air pump in the trunk for you if you drive the Prius, and then there's an air pump in the trunk of the Tesla as well.
Are the tires that bad?
No, the tires are practically new.
Okay.
On one of them.
On one of them.
Okay, let's flip the coin. Let's flip the coin.
We're going to leave this to God.
We're going to leave it to God, to fate.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So we got a quarter.
You can call it whatever.
Let's just do it right here. Okay. You ready?
That's not a trick coin, is it?
No. We have heads, and then we got a fish.
A fish. All right, good deal.
Okay.
So
Ready?
you call what it's going to be.
All right. Heads.
What are you driving if it's heads?
Heads.
You didn't call what it was though.
Oh, I get to go. That means I get to choose, right?
You're choosing anyway.
Oh, I am?
Yeah. You're the guest here.
Okay.
All right, so this time we're flipping and you call heads is which one?
Okay, heads is Tesla.
Okay.
Tails is the yellow thing. Tails!
Damn it.
I get the yellow one.
Well,
is that good or bad?
That's really good.
Yay!
So I've probably put about 600 miles on this car.
Okay.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with this one.
Really?
There's nothing. It will make the trip fine. It gets around 50 miles a gallon.
Yes.
So you won't need gas, really. 20 bucks will probably get you all the way there.
Really?
Yeah. So
that's what I got in my pocket right now. So
that's great.
Cool.
So the Tesla. Well, there's number one. I have a bald tire on the back. Not that one.
Yeah.
The other one, because I had to switch them. I have a toe link that is bad on this, so it causes torque steer because it's got a rear motor. When I hit the throttle, car veers one direction.
Great.
When you let off the throttle, the car veers the other direction.
Yeah.
Well, I finally tore into it. I got it on the lift last night, and in the air, if you can believe it. I bought these pucks, and I was able to lift the car in the air where I could really check out the suspension.
Yeah.
Well, there is a toe link on the back that is bad, and it's causing play when the motor activates the hub. It's torquing left and then torquing right. So because of that, that tire, which is now over here, is completely bald and worn on the inside to almost nothing. The tires are 245/45 19s. Nobody has them. Yeah, so what I did is I took the bald tire that's on the bad side, and I put it over here, and I took the good tread tire and I put it over there because I didn't fix the link, so it's going to continue wearing down.
Yeah.
On top of that, the heater, why don't you climb in the driver's side? The heater on this is, it's something that I concocted myself, something that I don't think anyone has ever done on a Tesla before. So as you know, the heat does not work in this car, which really sucks. I've got it on high right now, but it's not doing anything.
Yeah. What is that?
Except now it is. That is...
Oh, you were smart.
That is a toggle switch. Some
Wow.
old school, what do they call it? Jerry rigging.
Yes.
Right there, man. Yeah, and feel it, the heat, it's starting to warm up now.
Well, that blows good.
It got good heat, and
Okay.
you can change it to defrost. It comes out everywhere it's supposed to, and I did the whole car with anti-fog, so it doesn't fog up.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's got heat. I'm not proud of it, but it works.
Yeah.
But this one does have a few problems. We got the
Yeah.
toggle switch for the heater, the toe link that's bad, causing the wheel to kind of move around, and we've got a tire on the left that's almost bald. The tire on the right over there hit a curb or something, and it's got a hole, like a pinch through the edge of it.
Yeah.
And it ripped the sidewall. So this car has two tires that are in pretty rough shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to drive on
Uh,
to Terre Haute.
well-
And if it makes it, it's going to be even worse when I drive it home, right?
Right. On the plus side, I did just order brand new wheels and tires for this.
Okay.
But they're not going to be in Terre
No.
Haute. They're going to be here when I get home. So I was really hoping you were going to drive this one, but that's fine. I'm curious to see how you feel when you get to Terre Haute, how soon you get there versus how soon I get there.
Okay.
The whole goal is it's a race. I have to charge, so I'm automatically at a disadvantage. You're going to be able to just drive the Prius normally. Don't try to do anything differently. I want to see when we get there what the fuel economy was like,
Okay.
and I want to see how many hours behind you I am.
Okay. Do you want to give me the keys to the house now?
I will yeah, I will give you the keys because you are. I'm certain you're going to be. But wait, well, you never know though. The
You never
Prius
know.
could break down.
It could.
Do you have AAA?
I do have AAA.
So do I. Okay,
good.
but they won't tow Teslas apparently.
Really?
Yeah, so that's another. If I break down, I'm going to die and freeze on the side of the road. All right, so I guess it's time to get this party started, guys. Let's get on the road.
Cross your fingers. All right, it is kickoff time. Randy's there in the Tesla. I am here in the Prius. I have a good heater. I have high hopes. I have great gas mileage. He is in the iffy car, so hopefully this will be the first car to arrive. And as Randy said, the yellow car for the monkey. Let's go for the win.
All right, so off we go. Monkey Wrench Mike is, well, he's right there. He's filming me, filming him. We're gonna get on the road, guys, and looks like my first stop is in a place called Catoosa, Oklahoma. I don't even know where that is. I have no idea. And I don't know how far away it is either. So we're just gonna do it to it, man. And I guess unless something goes wrong, I will see you guys, well, here in just a snap.
You're in front of me now, but this shall be the only time you are in front of me. Yes, the Banana Mobile is going to be victorious in this expedition. Well, I think the one thing Randy does have is speed. I tried to overtake him a second ago and he wasn't having it, so we'll try this again. This is almost to the floor in this little car, and I'm going 84. 84 to the floor. Watch what happens. We'll pull up alongside of him. and then he'll just take off. Yeah, here we go. There he goes. There he is. Oh, we're passing. He's letting us pass this time. Okay. Look at that. Good job, Banana Mobile. Good job. We have reached the point where Randy has to pull over. This is the text message right here. I said, time for a recharge already? He said, yes, sir. I said, how long is that going to take? He says he has 105 miles of range left. He says the navigation is really good about getting you where you need to go, even if it may not make sense initially. It's all about getting you to the destination. Yeah, destination 3 hours after I get there. Anyway, I responded. I have 3/4 of a tank and 234 miles of cruising range left. I am pulling, I don't even know the miles per gallon. Well, 41 miles per gallon is what she says right here, which is pretty amazing. So we're going to continue. I might even stop at Buc-ee's, or we could stop at the Fudge Factory. You know what I'm talking about, in Missouri? Yes, sir. And grab some fudge. And then I'm going to stop at probably the Hardee's that Randy and I always stop at in Missouri. So that's where he gets his mushroom cheeseburger. And I may leave him a mushroom cheeseburger on a table. Maybe that'd be kind of fun. All right. Well, the cruise continues.
All right, guys. It looks like our first stop is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hey, Monkey Wrench Mike is gone. He's already on his way. We're right back in his stomping grounds. And I'm not quite sure where the charger is, but apparently it's at the casino. This is the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tulsa. So I'm kind of sitting here wondering, maybe I should go in and play a little, I don't know, maybe I could play some of the penny slots, or maybe I could go in and grab something to eat. So this is the part that'll confuse a lot of people. Like, we're in Tulsa. We haven't even gone that far, and we're already charging. Yeah, we are. Look, a Waffle House, too. If I want to get something to eat, I can just stop there. Here's the deal. It may seem inconvenient, but we're only going to be here for about 25 minutes. We're not going to be here very long, guys, and that's the name of the game. You're going to have to make a few extra stops along the way, but the big misconception is people think you have to stop and fill up the tank, because that's what people are used to. People are accustomed to stopping at a gas station when they run low, filling up, and then getting back on the road. Well, that's not how electric vehicles work, guys. You don't need to stop and fill up every time. You put in what you need to get to the next destination, and then you go. So I expect, even though this is a tad bit inconvenient, to go 666 miles, I think it's going to take us an additional hour and a half versus when Mike will get there. We'll find out, though. So let me find this supercharger. I have no idea where it is, but the navigation is very good about pointing us exactly where we need to go. I mean, even look at this map over here. It is guiding us around this circle, and apparently there's 7 stalls open, I think is what that means. So we should be rolling up on it right now. It is freezing cold. It is 24 degrees. I'm curious to see how much range we lost because of the cold weather. I'd be willing to say we probably lost about 25, maybe 30 miles of range due to the cold. and using the heater. Here's going to be the superchargers somewhere right over here, it looks like. We'll pull it. Yep, there it is. All right, we made it to the superchargers. Let's pull in and let's see how long it's going to take to get us back on the road. Well, this is kind of cool. These are these pull-in superchargers? No way. I guess you just pull right into them. That's actually kind of cool. You can pull right through. All right. So here's the deal. We have on the dash 103 miles of range left. And let's see how far we've gone so far. 119, call it 120 miles. That would give us 223 miles. We started out with 257. So like I said, 25 miles we lost because of that. That's a lot of mileage to lose, but I don't think we're going to be here very long. All right, it says we're going to be here for 25 minutes to get our charge up enough to get to Rolla, Missouri, another stop in St. Louis, Missouri, and then we're home free. Let's plug in and see what happens in 20 minutes. It is 12:15. Boy, somebody's got the crazy-ass music going. Just plug it in. It should turn green. It's doing the handshake right now. Once it turns green, we are good to go. Boy, it is cold as hell out here, guys. And the wind is blowing like crazy. Come on, do your thing. I'm not gonna wait for it, guys. It's too cold. I'm gonna go ahead and get in the car. There it is. It's charging. We are good. Golly, man, it is freezing out there, guys. All right, we're gonna let this thing charge up. 103 miles. It is now 12:18. So we'll see. Come on. We'll see where we're at 12:38. All right, it is about time to hit the road again. It is 12:53, and technically I can go ahead and unplug now. But for my own feel goods, I'm going to go ahead and charge it just a couple more minutes longer. I said at 12:18 we're going to come back in, what, 20 minutes? Well, it didn't work out that way. It is now 12:53, so from 12:18 to 12:48 is what it said to charge till. So that's 30 minutes. I let it charge just a little bit longer, and while I'm talking, I'm still letting it charge. And here's the thing, if I had planned the trip better, electric cars are not like gas. That's very important to understand. If I had left my house with 150 miles of range, maybe 180 miles of range, this would have charged a lot faster. The reason it's taking so long, number one, is because it's cold. The colder it gets, the slower everything charges, and the more the battery goes down as you drive. Next, the more full the battery is when you start charging, the slower it's going to go. An empty battery will charge a whole lot faster than a battery that's 50% full. That's going to take a lot longer to charge. So if I had planned my trip better, this would have gone a little bit better for us. We probably could have saved at least 15, maybe 20 minutes of charging. But this is how it goes. Now, our next stop is in Springfield, Missouri, which is 2 hours and 20 minutes away. It's 170 miles there, and we have 245 miles of range on the car. We should have no issues making it there, but because we're going to get there and have almost no battery left, it should actually charge up a whole lot faster. So I'm going to get out, unplug the car, and we are going to get back on the road. I will catch you guys again here in Springfield, Missouri.
This is what Springfield, Missouri looks like, and that is what it cost me to get here. Okay, so this is from near Oklahoma City all the way up here. $18.51, 7.8 gallons of gas. I'm getting almost 42 miles to the gallon in this thing, but look at the weather. Look at this. Yeah, this is a hot mess right here. So we're gonna check in on Randy in just a little bit. First though, I'm gonna go in and have lunch. I'm gonna get some pecans, have a nice little lunch, and then I'm gonna get back on the road. Okay, well, we are now in front of the Buc-ee's. I have my brisket sandwich and of course glazed pecans, which are amazing here. If you don't know anything about Buc-ee's, you need to check them out. They have like 6,000 gas pumps and a huge display of all kinds of food. Anyway, I wanted to check on Randy, and I said, hey, I just stopped at Buc-ee's, and I said, where are you? He's only 24 miles behind us. I said, oh shoot, you're not far behind. And then he just texted back, you better get moving or I might pass you up. I don't know if he's really in Springfield almost. That's pretty close. He says, because of how cold it is now, the charger is going to go a lot slower. I'm losing about 10% of my battery due to the weather. I'll probably be charging for close to an hour this time. Okay, so I can have a leisurely lunch then and enjoy the snow, which it is snowing, by the way. Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have a brisket sandwich, and then we'll get back on the road and see if we can keep this guy far, far, far behind us.
Well, we were making our way into Springfield. I had to show you guys, like, it is snowing. It's gotten extremely cold. I don't know if you guys can even see that down there, but the temperature gauge on the car shows that it is 16 degrees outside. Yeah, it is insanely cold. We have 41 miles left to drive, and how many miles we have left to go? 11 miles left to go. So we've got plenty of buffer to get there. We're going to get there with no problem. And it looks like on average we're losing just a hair under 10% of our battery pack due to the extreme cold weather. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about as bad as it gets for electric vehicles. All right, 16 degrees, snow and ice. These are the worst case scenarios, the worst use case scenarios for an electric vehicle. So we're probably going to have to charge a little longer. Remember, electricity does not flow as quickly when it's below freezing outside. So things are going to probably take a turn for the worse. It's going to take longer to charge than I initially thought because the weather has drastically changed on us, guys. So here in a few minutes, we're going to be at the charging station, and it'll be exciting to see where Tesla puts us this time and how long it's going to take to get this car charged up and back on the road. Well, it is now 14 degrees. As you can see, the snow has gotten a whole lot worse, guys. We're going to park this thing, and I have no backup camera, so we're just going to have to kind of do this the old-fashioned way. No cameras. I think that's good. I think we got plenty of room. I just wish I knew how far back I could go. I guess if we bump into something, we'll know we've gone too far. All right, so 14 degrees and freezing, and it is now 3:20 p.m. Let's see how long we're going to have to sit here for. Everything is iced over. Do your thing, old girl. Boy, these cables are thick and very, very stiff. Yeah, there we go. Handshake and green light. Uh-oh. A red light is not supposed to happen. A red light means it's not charging. Sometimes when it's cold like this, you really got to make sure you get it in. Sometimes you got to hold it. Just give it a little extra. Please don't turn red, because I've got 24 miles and there is not another supercharger around here. Come on, accept it. There we go. When it gets cold like this, it's just something you got to take into consideration. God dang, it's freezing. My God. Oh, okay. So let's take a look at the map here. It says, come on, stop playing the music, man. Every time I come back to the car, it starts playing the music. So it says that we're going to be here for, well, it doesn't say. Oh, no way. An hour and 5 minutes? Oh, we are charging so slow. We're charging at 66 kilowatts. 223 miles an hour. You've got to be kidding me. Part of the problem is it's rush hour. It's 3 o'clock, and this whole line of chargers is full. So you got a lot of energy flowing into all of these vehicles simultaneously, and this extreme cold, 14 degrees out. Why don't we take a look at the trip history, see how far we drove. Since last charge, we drove 173 miles, and we had about 27 miles of range left. So that's what? Do the math, guys. That's 200 miles? Something like that? Something right around 200 miles. So we actually lost 60 miles from the rated range on this. This is way worse than I thought it was going to be. 60 miles out of a battery pack that's supposed to be able to get us about 260 miles. Guys, that's insane. So we're losing about 23% of our battery pack to the inclement weather. And then you compound that with the slow charging due to cold weather and a lot of cars on the chargers at rush hour. And yeah, there are times it's a real pain in the backside to drive an electric vehicle. This isn't my first rodeo. This is my 4th Tesla, and I had a BMW i3 also, several hybrid cars. So, you know, it's not my first rodeo, but I want to show you guys the good, bad, and the ugly, which is why I decided this was the most opportune time to take the trip and do this video, because this is as bad as it's going to get. Yes, it looks like I'm going to be sitting here for about an hour. Is that excessive? Absolutely. Am I angry or furious? Not really. No, it's going to put me behind schedule, but that's fine. I'm not in a hurry. I'm going to get there when I get there. And truthfully, if you want to find the silver lining when it comes to issues like this, instead of getting mad and upset because you're stuck sitting in a car, by the way, you can turn on the heat and heated seats and the radio and all that stuff, and you can stay warm. I'm also going to go into that store. I'm going to use the bathroom, get something to drink. But the benefit to all of this is if you get out of the car instead of sitting here for an hour, get out, go inside, do something, find something to do, let the car charge, and it's almost like taking a break from the road trip. It makes a road trip feel less like a road trip. And by the time you get to your destination, instead of being all stiff and sore and kind of miserable, you actually get to your destination feeling relatively normal, pretty well rested. I've done this before, and I've encountered all of these situations in the past. Like I said, it's not my first rodeo. There's good sides to driving an EV, and there's obviously bad sides. And right now, you're looking at about the worst of driving an EV. Well, we just got back on the road. It is 4 o'clock, and we actually left a little bit early. It expected us to be there for about an hour, but I redirected to another Tesla supercharging station in Rolla, Missouri. So we're going to make an extra stop. We shouldn't, well, I don't want to say it. We shouldn't be there too long because we've already juiced up. We've got 200 miles of range currently. And we did that in like 40 minutes. It took half an hour to get 60% of the way charged. Something like that. Anyway, 40 minutes total there, 200 miles of range. I'm stopping at Hardee's real quick. I had a Snickers bar and a Dr. Pepper, but I'm going to stop and actually get something to eat because I'm starving. And then we're going to get right back on the highway, and we're going to head to Rolla, Missouri. And I know there's a lot of people that are probably watching this video and they're like, man, the amount of time you got to wait is just crazy. And I want you to understand something. This is a 2013 Tesla. This is very old technology. This is very, very old.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
So this literally is as bad as it's going to get, right? Because this is the oldest of the old technology. Tesla started making these cars in 2012. This is barely a 2013. So it's about as old as it gets, and it's about as cold as most people are going to be out driving in. So it's just worst case scenario all the way around. Now, if you don't like to have to wait like this in this car, you can always go buy a brand new Tesla. The new Model S's, the new Model 3s. The Model S will go 405 miles on a single charge, and even if you lost 25% of your charge due to cold, you would still have 300 miles of range, which is 100 more than I'm getting in this car. So that means more time driving and less time charging. Not to mention, the new ones charge a whole lot faster than these old ones. Let me get something to eat, and I will meet you guys back in Rolla, Missouri.
All right, we're approaching nighttime, and I want to show you what we are encountering. This is exit 226 here in Missouri. We're about an hour and a half past Springfield. We're between Springfield and St. Louis. This is actually Oak Grove Village, okay? And I want to show you the snow is starting to form. There's a little bit of a buildup on the roads, and I've seen so many snowplows already out and about. Missouri's trying to get ahead of the storm, which is great. I'm trying to get ahead of the storm, which is great. And I hope that Randy is able to get ahead of the storm. He had an hour charge in Springfield. I think he's on the road now. But he needs to hurry up. That's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to hurry up. It's beautiful country here. It is gorgeous. All the hills and everything. We are 65 miles west of St. Louis. So, Jesse James Wax Museum. I'm not going to pull in and see that. I'm going to keep going because, like I said, I want to get ahead of the storm. And it is, well, now it looks okay, but it is starting to get kind of nasty in certain parts. Okay, so we'll see you again soon when I have to get gas. But right now, 43.9 miles to the gallon. I have 237 cruising miles left, as you can see right here. And things are great. Things are really, really good.
Well, here we are at our next stop in Rolla, Missouri. We've got about 64 miles left of range, and we should be rolling into the supercharger. Oh, right here at a restaurant. Oh man, come on now! I just ate. Let me tell you something. Owning a Tesla make you fat, man, because they put these things right in front of restaurants and gas stations. This is Bandita's Barbecue. Oh, I gotta go in, guys. I gotta go in. Anyway, we're at the next supercharger location. It is, what, 15 degrees out here right now. I'm gonna back this bad boy up. Hopefully, we can charge up relatively quickly without too much drama. I can't see anything behind me, so I think we're good. Hopefully I didn't double park. I can't see anything, guys. Let me unbuckle. Let's go out there and see what we're up to. St. Louis, Missouri looks like our next stop. Now, in case you're wondering how much it costs to charge, well, we're going to find out here in just a minute. I'm going to plug it in, and we're going to find out exactly how much supercharging costs. It's different with, I'm going to have to back up quite a bit more. Jeez, I didn't realize I wasn't that far back. I've got no backup cam, guys, so I can't really see how far I'm going because there's no backup camera. That's going to cost me a good $350 to fix. Let's see if we can... Oh, that sucker's frozen. We may have to just kind of hold it in there for a minute. Make sure it's got a good connection. Oh, it is still windy and snowing. Come on, green light, green light. As you guys have seen, we haven't had a single failure at any of these Tesla locations. These Tesla places, man, it's not like driving a Chevy Bolt or something. You end up at those Electrify Americas. You end up at all the Francis Energies. You end up at all these different charging locations, man, and you just don't know what you're... Come on now. Sorry, guys. You get to those locations, man, and you just don't know what you're going to get when you get there. Half the time, I'm telling you, the chargers are broken, they don't work, and you're stuck because you can't even drive to the nearest charger. So we're going to plug in. We're going to let this thing do what it does. It's charging at 372 miles an hour, and let's take a look at what our navigation says real quick. I think we're only supposed to be here for like 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. It says right there. Hell, it says right there on the screen. 20 minutes. I'm probably going to let it charge up just a hair more. I think I'm going to go inside here. I might get something to eat, or I might just get a drink and use their bathroom. And just like that, it is 6:15. I might have let it charge a little bit too long, guys. I went in there and I got a barbecue sandwich to go. And I used the bathroom. Like, literally, the time it took me to go in there, use the bathroom, and order a sandwich, the car is already ready to go. So we can hit the road, but I wanted to show you guys how much it costs to charge. So let's go to charging. And there it is. It is sitting at $14 right now. And you can see we are, well, we've got 187 miles of range. So there you go. It doesn't cost much. It's not expensive, but it is far cheaper to charge these things at home. Still going to be cheaper than gas, I think. So I'm pretty sure that when it comes to the cost, I think the Tesla is still going to beat the Prius, even though we already know the Prius is definitely beating the Tesla as far as the time is concerned. I'm hopeful that we get back to Terre Haute, Indiana, complete half of our journey, and hopefully, with any luck, Monkey Wrench Mike isn't more than just a couple hours ahead of me. If it's more than a couple hours, I'm going to be really disappointed. Let's get back on the road, guys, and let's get to St. Louis. All right, guys, we're getting close to the end. I see a Tesla charging station right here, so that was easy enough. We are downtown St. Louis. Good Lord, this place is packed. Wow. I mean, it is 8 o'clock at night on a Friday night, so, I mean, you can't really expect the place to be empty on a Friday night. Looks like, yeah, it looks like they are really, really packed. So I'm going to turn it around, figure out where the hell I'm going to park, and then we'll get out and we're going to call this a wrap really soon, guys. I need to fix that damn camera. I'm really disappointed that the camera's broken. We got 64 miles of range left before we run completely out. So let's back up. All right, well, we're ready to go. We have 166 miles of range. It is now 8:16 at night. So that was pretty quick. We're ready to go. Let's check out the charging real fast. And this round has cost us $10.34, and we gained 105 miles. So there you go. I'm going to unplug. We're going to get back on the road. Our next stop, I believe, is our last stop, and that is where our last stop is in Effingham. No kidding, before we get to Terre Haute, Indiana. So looks like we're supposed to arrive in Effingham with 21% battery remaining. We should be there for 15 minutes. I'll probably give it just a tad extra charge. And then we're home free, guys. We are almost to Terre Haute, Indiana. We did it in sub-freezing temperatures in a Tesla with almost 300,000 miles on it. I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch. We're not there yet, but I feel like we're gonna make it.
Well, the Banana Mobile has made it to Terre Haute, and we're filling up with gas. All right, so I did have to stop on the other side of St. Louis just to get some gas, and now it's gonna cost me $10. $10.41 right there to fill up the tank. This has been the best little car for gas mileage. It really, really has. Okay, so now it is completely full. Randy's uncle's house is 3 or 4 blocks away. So I think we're going to win the contest on the way here. I'm going to go in and get some water and maybe a little snack, because Randy, I think, is way behind me. Maybe 1 or maybe possibly 2 hours behind me. But let's hear it for the yellow Banana Mobile. She did good. She's not the most comfortable car, but she got me here in, well, I can't even say style. She got me here. Let's just leave it at that. We made it! That is Randy's uncle's house right there, complete with the Christmas lights. There are some lights on the inside. I hope we don't have any squatters. I'm kind of nervous about going in just to see what's happening right there. But the car did great. What time did we get here? Well, let's look. Okay, right here. 10:22 p.m. on Friday. Yep. There it is right there. The car did great. Not the most comfortable seats, not the quietest car, and it likes to get blown around by the wind. But the only issue is we have the tire pressure monitor light, which is on right there. No big deal. I mean, it's cold. It's 28 degrees outside. It was 19 when we left Oklahoma, which is way down south. We left there this morning. As far as gas prices, well, let's kind of go through here and see. This is my last fill up. I just did that a second ago. $10.41, $14.50, and then $18.51. So if we add it up, 18.51, 28, 22, 23.01, 43, 42. $43.42 if my maths are correct. $43 to get all the way from near Oklahoma City to Terre Haute, Indiana, which is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles, which is fantastic, okay? So now it's just a waiting game. I just have to wait and see when Randy is going to arrive. He could be an hour or 2 behind me. All right, so I'm gonna go inside and make sure the house is okay. I might even text him and tell him something is terribly wrong, just to kind of scare him. That could be kind of fun, all right? Well, we'll see ya.
Well, guys, we are in Effingham, Illinois. This is our last stop, final stop before we get to Terre Haute, Indiana. The mileage is now 270,700 miles. Pretty impressive. I've got to admit, it's been a very uneventful trip. The first stop or two was a little sketchy. It was a little sketchy. Had to sit there and wait longer than I anticipated. But for whatever reason, it seems like the computer figured out what was going on with the weather and the battery, and from that point on, charging has been exactly as expected. If it says 20 minutes, it's 20 minutes. And the majority of my stops have been between 15 and 20 minutes. And this next one, it's only wanting me to charge for 15. Because it's my last stop and we're so close to Terre Haute, there is a supercharger in Terre Haute, but I think I'm going to go ahead and just throw a little bit of extra juice in it, just because the car is going to be sitting outside all night, not charging in sub-zero temperatures. Just want to make sure there's a little bit extra in case we lose some to this frigid weather. I'm getting off the highway here in, I think I was supposed to have already gotten off the highway. I just missed my exit. Okay, well, I successfully missed my exit and had to drive an extra mile and a half and then a mile and a half back. Honestly, not the end of the world. It says my charger's, oh, right here at a gas station at a Phillips 66, and there's nobody there, which means I get the whole thing to myself. You are not going to hear me complain about that. This is going to be super easy. I really wish I had backup cameras, though. This car is pretty big, and it's got kind of this narrow, sloping back roof, and it makes it a little difficult to see what you're doing. So far, I've done pretty damn good, though. Like, I've done pretty good. Let's back this thing in here. Let's put some charge on it. And look, somebody threw the damn thing on the ground. I've been here before. Monkey Wrench Mike and I was here before. Somebody hit my Tesla here. They were parked up here. They came by and they hit my car. And then they didn't even say anything. Like, they didn't apologize or anything. I remember that. I totally forgot about that. I was sleeping here. Mike pulled up in a Tesla and he knocked on my window and like scared the bejesus out of me. I forgot about that. We have been here before. I don't know how close I can get. I'm going to end up bumping into the damn charger. I think that's good enough. I have got to fix this camera. That's going to come in a separate video, though, guys. We'll end up doing a video about that. Let's take a look and see how our charge is doing. We've got 53 miles of range left, and we're going to top up. It's 18 degrees outside. It is snowing. It is very cold. It is very nasty. So let's juice up. What time is it? It's 10:01. Let's see how long it takes to put some juice in this bad boy. Well, we gave it a little longer to charge up than needed. It is now 10:21. We have 160 miles of range. So I think we are good to go. I'm going to get out. We're going to unplug this car. And I think we're ready to get on the road. The wind out here is insane. The snow is just coming down. It is, it's a little rough. Oh, that Tesla just dropped in a big old pothole. Dang. Boy, that's embarrassing, because you know I saw it. They were staring right at me. Oh my God. Get that door closed. Look at that. I mean, it is just blowing out here, guys. Wow. Okay. Listen, Stone Temple pilots, you're gonna have to hold on just a minute, all right? All right, so we are getting on the road. We got about an hour to go. It looks like we're going to be 2 hours behind Monkey Wrench Mike, but I should get there with plenty of juice left over so the car can sit outside and freeze all night. Let's get on the road, and I will meet you guys, along with Monkey Wrench Mike, in Terre Haute, Indiana. Well, I'm going to be running a tad bit behind schedule because of all the ice and snow. This is all, I don't know how well it's coming out on video, but this is all ice. I mean, I know it looks like snow, and I guess it is, but this is literally ice. When I hit the throttle, I slide. I've been driving through this for miles now. For about the last 20 or 30 miles, it just came down so bad that I've been stuck going to a crawl. So I'm not doing bad. I figured I'd be 2 hours behind Monkey Wrench Mike, and I am, except now I'm 2 hours plus another 20 minutes. But it's no fault of the car, it's no fault of charging or anything like that. It's just the weather, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to show you right now. Thankfully, the regenerative braking does a wonderful job of stopping me, but as soon as I barely tap the throttle, there we go, slipping. Traction control light is on. There's no traction, and part of that is probably because one of my back tires is bald, so you know that's probably not helping things at all. Either way, We're averaging over the last 30 miles 287 watt-hours per mile, which is really not bad considering how cold. Whoa, even with the regen, we're still sliding. I'm still sliding. Even the regen has got me sliding. Look at the marks in the ground. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, girl. Oh, come on. Oh, we're sliding everywhere. I have zero traction. How is it there's no salt or anything on the ground out here? Can somebody please explain that to me? We've known this storm was coming for like a week and a half now, and nothing has been done. No snow plows, nothing. They're just leaving people to figure it out for themselves, I guess. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get up to the house. That stoplight right in front of us is literally where we're going. So we are almost to the house, and we'll walk in and see how Monkey Wrench Mike is doing. So I think it's kind of funny. Jessica's watching the weather for me, and she just got a hold of me, and she said, hey, I just want you to know, ooh, we're sliding again, that there's no accumulation to worry about. At most, it's going to be a ½ inch. Guys, the road, and I told her, I said, really? Like, really? Because look at these snowflakes. There's a hell of a lot more coming. So, yeah, it ain't a ½ inch, all right? Let's pull up. I see the little Prius is sitting here. Let's see if I can run into it. And there's Monkey Wrench Mike. Well, he's been in this nice warm house. I'll bet he had a very comfortable, lovely drive in the Prius. Let's go see what he's got to say. He's making a snowball. No throwing snowballs.
Oh, this is perfect
at me.
Snowball weather. Look at this thing.
Well, the good news is,
yeah,
Jessica told me that there will be no accumulation. A ½ inch at best. Half inch at best.
Okay.
So not to worry, and it's supposed to snow tomorrow and Sunday too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but no, there won't be any accumulation.
No accumulation.
According to the weather anyway, National Weather Service.
They're always wrong.
Yeah.
They always are. Well, you know what?
Well, you're chipper.
In the words of Lizzo, it's about damn time you showed up. Why did it take so long?
2 hours is not bad. Okay, 2 hours and 20 minutes behind you.
I edited 3 videos waiting on you.
Your videos suck.
Oh, no. Now it's on. Now it's really.
Listen, 2 hours was 2 missed exits. My fault, having to turn around and get back on the highway. Honestly, though, that first stop, an hour charging.
You're kidding.
An hour. After that, I don't know what happened that first time, but after that, everything was right on point. 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I was on the road. But that very first stop, that one sucked. But I did miss 2 exits, and then when I got to Terre Haute, in fact, about 20 miles outside of here, the highways are just like this.
Already?
It's bad. It's bad. And I was cruising 80, and I had to keep slowing down. I got it down to about 60. I couldn't go any faster. And then out here, that bald tire is not helping. I'm sliding, and even the regen, without hitting the brakes, when regen kicks in, the car, you can feel it sliding. Ooh. So I had to slow it way down. I'm assuming you missed most of the...
I missed all of it.
Yeah, you missed...
It was right behind me, I guess. I saw all the snowplows heading towards you.
Well, about an hour and a half is thanks to the car needing to charge.
Okay.
But it was a very comfortable, quiet, smooth. I mean, it was like being in a Mercedes the whole trip here. I'm assuming your trip was about the same.
No, not at all. My trip was loud, uncomfortable. My rear end hurts, my back hurts, and the wind. I don't know. It's a light car. I guess
it's a tiny car.
It gets pushed. The wind just pushes you everywhere.
Well, I got pushed around too, but something tells me I didn't get pushed around nearly as much as you did in that. Oh, I can't wait to swap cars.
Yeah, now that the tires are bald and the thing's going to break and the sway bar links are going to break. And
hey, I tested it out for you, man. It made it 600. You know how far it is from my house here? 666, and I'm not joking.
You're kidding.
It is 666 miles from here to my house.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so are you keeping track how much you spent on gas?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, because I'm reimbursing you for everything that you spent. I'm giving you your money back for it.
Can I say it was...
No.
Oh.
No, we're going to wait, because then there's no reason to watch anymore. I'm going to have to tally up how much I spent. I have to go onto Tesla's website and look up the supercharging costs. We'll find out how much we spent when we get back.
Okay.
The good thing about the Tesla is you won't need any payment method. You've done this before in a Tesla. You just pull up to but there's no backup camera. So you just got to use pure skill to get it in. A couple of them were packed, and I was like squeezing. I literally was so close. I'm like waddling by the next car. But yeah, you'll have to just eyeball it and.
Well, I made it here almost by filling up twice.
Really?
So I did fill up 3 times, but one of them was like very little money.
Like in Effingham or something?
Kind of close to that.
Pretty close. Okay, so not too far.
So it's so inexpensive.
What kind of fuel economy did it get? Do you remember?
Oh yeah.
What was it?
42.
Ooh, really?
Is that not good?
It's supposed to get 46.
Oh, well.
The Tesla might win.
Oh no!
The Tesla might win. You might beat me in the race.
Yeah.
But I think the Tesla is going to take it when it comes to
so
the
it's
cost.
Speed and cost.
Yeah,
We're doing two things here.
Well, I would throw in another metric, which would be comfortability, but that's a no. You're comparing an S-Class to a Chevy Sonic.
Yeah.
There's no comparison. So, and we'll come back when it's time to swap cars and head back to Oklahoma. Well, it is a brand new day.
Yay! And we have brand new snow.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
It is gorgeous.
It really is. Let's take a look. Look around. Yeah. I mean, there's the Tesla over there. What is the temperature today?
-8?
Yeah, -8.
Yes.
The wind chill, I can't even talk. The wind chill is -24.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you're driving the Tesla, and we encountered a new problem with it last night when we went to dinner. You want to tell them what happened?
That's why I'm wearing this. This was my latest accessory. Yeah.
So
we have no heat.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
When it wants to.
I think that PTC heater thing is actually the problem. That's great news because now I think we have properly diagnosed it.
Yeah. It couldn't hold on for one more day.
Well,
so I could have heat.
Let's cross our fingers and hope that it comes back. Why don't we go over to the Tesla real quick and just see? I turned it on, and I've got this car. Thankfully, is already heated up for me. It's ready to go.
Yeah, you're gonna.
So we'll find out real quick if the Tesla has any heat or not. I turned it on remotely, and unfortunately, you just don't know until you get to the car. I'll tell you this: it's got no snow on it.
It looks pretty.
It does. It looks really nice. It's just very cold in there. So the moment of truth, does it have heat? Oh, it's nice and warm.
Really?
It's
right,
nice and
I'm out.
It is nice and warm in there. Thank goodness. All right, so we decided to change the way we were going to do this video. The race is over, the Prius won. We're going to go over how much each one costs once we get back to Oklahoma. But because of all the snow and ice, and there's another snowstorm moving in through Oklahoma and part of Missouri, and with the wind chills, we don't want to get separated. If something goes wrong, you could be dead out here in no time at all.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna stick together. I'm gonna follow him to all the superchargers. So even though I got a car that I could get home a couple hours ahead of him, at least I'm gonna have to follow behind him. This way, if something goes wrong with either one of us, the other one is there and abandon the car.
Well, it's all about the battery.
Well, that's the thing. The battery's using an insane amount. We went out last night and it was much warmer than it is today. And the battery was using like 650 watt hours per mile. It was insane. Normally, on average driving, this car would do about 278, maybe 300. But 650 is absolutely insane. So we may only get 120, 130 miles of range.
So this is going to be a fast trip home.
I'm hoping I'm wrong. I preconditioned the battery for the trip.
Okay.
So hopefully everything is good to go. Now my ears, hands, and other things that are,
Dangling?
some of my other extremities are in bad shape. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna get in my car and I'm gonna follow you.
Enjoy your heat.
Well, you've got heat. What are you talking about, man? We'll catch up. We're gonna stop in Effingham, which is like an hour and 15 minutes away, and we'll find out if your heater's still working.
Let's do that.
All right. One thing I can see very clearly already is that left back tire is really bald on the inside. I'm not gonna tell Mike anything about that. And if that noise back there, I bought some clocks. I become a clock collector of sorts. Every time I come up here, there's a place that sells old clocks, and I just bought one from the 1800s, a Seth Thomas, a little wall clock from the 1800s, and then I bought another one from about 1906 to maybe 1919, somewhere around there. It's another relatively large wall clock that belonged to the Perry Manufacturing Company. It was the largest buggy manufacturer in the world. So yeah, clocks have become a new addiction of mine. So one thing I can tell you off the bat is that the Tesla has like zero traction in this, like none. I don't know if it's just because it's got all of that instantaneous torque and it's just too much. I don't know if the tires on the Tesla are summer tires, but I was having a hell of a time last night driving on these roads. With this little Prius, I can tell you this car has no horsepower, it has no torque, and you can just hit the gas and go. So even though the Tesla, in my opinion, is a more comfortable ride, we'll find out how the Prius does for me on this long journey home. When it comes to driving in snow and ice and slush, the little Prius is a champ.
Okay, we are about 10 miles outside of St. Louis, and I thought I'd give you a quick little update on the car. The roads have been good so far, but the further south, for some reason, the colder it's getting. Okay, so right now, we're not losing our side mirrors, so that seems to be holding on pretty well right here. I do have this suspension fault in the top to the right. See that yellow car? That's an air suspension fault right there. Down on the bottom right, that's the temperature, -2 degrees so far. And I do have to tell you that the air conditioning, or rather the heat, it comes and goes. Okay, it kind of cycles on its own. I'll get maybe 2 minutes of heat, and then like 3 minutes of cold air, and then it'll go back to heat, and then it'll go back to cold. So it's kind of helping me stay awake right now, but we have a long way to go. We'll get to the next charging station, and then we'll give you another update as we continue this journey back to Oklahoma. And there are snowstorms, I think, in the forecast, so stay tuned.
Well, we just made it to the next stop, although I couldn't even tell you where we are. Let's go see what Mike is up to. Ooh, he parked really nice. That's a great job with no backup camera. Tell me the car is doing great, right? No
Doing wonderful.
suspension light?
Oh, of course.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
So it's constantly on.
Yeah.
Great.
It'll pop up. This is kind of fun.
Oh, the battery low. How far did you have? 43 miles, not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. The window doesn't move anymore.
It's
The
probably
mirror,
frozen. Oh, so.
It doesn't rattle anymore, so something's
Oh, okay.
frozen or fixed itself. And the heat comes and goes, but it's.
But it's staying reasonably
fine.
warm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Hopefully I can get up this hill.
Yeah, it's a snowy, nasty.
Oh, you
What?
see that one Kia come right in between me and the other car?
Oh, yeah, he was riding my ass for a while. He was mad because there was nowhere to go. Like, it's traffic is just, it was crazy. He got all upset, bent out of shape, and I saw him jump in front of you, and I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, let's see if this thing will charge. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
What's supposed to? You're supposed to open.
It should have opened. Oh, please tell me we don't have broken chargers here. That would be a really bad day if these don't work, Mike.
Well, maybe that's why it didn't want us to come. Here we go.
Oh, could it be that that's why it didn't want us to come here? We forced it to come here.
Here we go. Green. Give me green. Give me green.
It was trying to. There we go. Okay, it's. I have never never, and I've been all over in Teslas. I have never found a broken supercharger. Never. I found some that don't charge as fast as they're supposed to, and you just move over to another one, and those will charge faster.
Yeah.
But I've never shown up to a broken one. However, Francis Electric and Charge Point and any of these others that they have, not plug share, but in any other EV, you'll get there and you'll find out they don't work, and you have no range, you can't get anywhere, and you are stuck. That's what I love about Teslas.
Okay.
If you're going to go EV, screw messing with a Chevy Bolt or any of the BMW i3, which I don't even think they make anymore. Just, if you're going to do a Tesla or get a hybrid.
I love the car though.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to drive.
The torque is just...
The steering is tight, it's quiet, it's smooth. You didn't get blown all over the road like you do in the yellow mobile over there. And
yeah, I'm getting tossed
the seats
around.
aren't really comfortable in that either, are they?
No, not for. They're comfortable until you're on a longer drive, and then it becomes, the whole car is just too small.
Yeah.
It's just it's so cramped, and yeah, I miss the Tesla. But I've been following you, man, and
no problem.
yeah, car looks like it's doing fine.
You
Aside,
leave me in the dust now and
no.
okay.
No, you want me to? Because I'll go home. If you give me the word, if you think you're good to go, I will go home. I still have like half a tank of gas.
Really?
Yeah, I'm only getting 42, it says right now, and it's probably not that good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's. But I mean, look at the weather. Can you really expect a car to get good fuel economy in this? And 42 is not bad. It's not. I mean, for a Prius it is, but like really, 42 is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're freezing, so we're gonna let this charge. Is there food? Oh, you know what? We need to go to that. The next stop, is that in Rolla,
whatever. Yeah.
Isn't that where Bandana's Barbecue is?
Is that your barbecue place?
Oh man, so I'm just gonna get a Snickers. Is what I'm gonna get a Snickers, and we'll stop and get barbecue at the next stop. It is cold, my good God.
Okay. We have now filled up in St. Louis. We're on our way to Rolla, Missouri. There's another supercharger there. And I want to show you something. We are approaching a storm system. We still have the air suspension issue, and we still have -2 degrees right there on the screen. The good news is my wattage per mile is down to about 441, which means I'm getting a little more range out of each charge. I have 119 miles left right here, so that's okay, and we have 30 miles to get to Rolla, so that's good news.
1 sec.
Then we're going to stop and we'll charge in Springfield, Catoosa, and then hopefully, God willing and snowstorm willing, we'll be home, which should be like around 11 o'clock, and then I get to turn around and go back to Tulsa, so I'll spend another 2 hours in the snowstorm. Yay!
Well, we are about to Rolla, Missouri. I've been driving for about 40 miles now with my gas gauge flashing. I don't know if you guys can even see it, but the gas gauge down there is just flashing like crazy. 40 miles I've been out of gas. And yeah, well, Mike should be about ready to charge. So as soon as we get off, I have got to find a gas station. It has started snowing like crazy. We just went through a bunch of construction. A semi-truck hit the barrier and was ripped to shreds. So we just got through all of that. I think we're gonna make it. I do, but I'm not gonna lie, like I am very nervous about that gas light flashing. The battery's charged, so if necessary, I can run in EV mode for a little while, but it's probably not good for any more than 2 or 3 miles at best. The clocks back there are just going crazy. This car, I said it earlier, every damn bump, man, you feel and hear everything in this car, man. It's definitely not comfortable. We left at 10:30 in the morning. That's Indiana time, which would be 9:30 in the morning this time. And it is currently 3:43, so let's just call it 3:30. So we've been on the road for like 5 hours. We're getting there, guys. Unfortunately, I think we're not quite halfway there yet, because with the Tesla, instead of getting there in 10 hours, it takes about 12. Our exit. We're getting off the highway. Yes, I was about to turn the camera off. We're going to leave it on. We are so close. We cannot run out of gas now. And then look at all the snow, man. It's really been coming down. And it looks like the road crews haven't they haven't really gotten to it yet. It's not that bad though, at least not in this car. This car, it has no torque. It has no horsepower. CVT transmission, it's fine. Like, honestly, the roads feel pretty damn good. We'll see what Mike thinks. See how the Tesla is handling for him in these conditions, but so far, so good. That guy's got a yield sign, so he's just gonna have to wait for me. Some people don't know what a yield sign means, you know what I mean? All right, let's, where are we going, Mike? Oh, we're going to Bandana's Barbecue. I've been here before. There's a gas station right here on the left. He's gonna continue straight, and I'm gonna stop and get gas. Well, my dumb self followed Mike, and I did not get gas. So we're gonna have to do that now. I did see something I've never seen before. There's a Tesla Model X over there that drove over the curb, and he has a giant motorcycle attached to the back of his Model X. I have never seen that before, but props to you, man. That's bold. You see that?
The motorcycle?
The Model X with the motorcycle hanging off the back of it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, are you charging?
Yes.
I forgot to get gas.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I followed you.
I was going slow because I thought maybe you'd run on battery, but
I am. Yeah.
how fast can you go until the motor kicks in?
Between 11, 15 miles an hour. That's it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we need a gas station. I figure you can leave this here. Follow me, or
Okay.
leave this here, and
Go
we
with
can.
you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll just let this thing charge up.
Do you want me to grab your camera? Or you think it's safe in there?
Nah, it's safe. Yeah, it's fine. These are Tesla owners, dude.
Yeah, I didn't know if you lift up out of the seat, the car
Yes.
goes in park.
You were trying to put your seatbelt on. It doesn't care about the seatbelt.
I took off the seatbelt, I lifted off the seat, and then I couldn't move.
Yeah, as soon as
guy
you,
was laughing at me
as
right
soon as you, I know you look like a noob. You look like a noob. Yeah, as soon as your butt comes off that seat,
It goes
it throws it right into park, man. I'm glad we got here when we did, because this place is filling up pretty quickly. There's only, what, 2 stalls left, maybe 3. We need to fix that backup camera, Mike. I need to get...
It's so hard to park.
The blind spots are very, very real in that car. You just don't realize it when you have a camera back there.
And yeah.
Let's hope there's enough gas to get up. Dude, I'm telling you, it's been like 40 miles. I've been rolling with, look at this, there, look at the light right there.
Oh, it's blinking.
It's 40 miles it's been doing that. So I haven't been using the heater. I mean, I turned the heat on just a minute ago, but I've been riding with the heat off. I got frozen, man. I was like, there it goes. Okay, we're gonna get gas now, right? And then
Hopefully.
this place might be open. I mean, they don't look open.
I see lights on, but it looks dark.
Yeah, there's nobody here either.
Great.
But I want a barbecue.
You were talking about how good it was.
Oh, dude, the barbecue. Bandana's Barbecue. I'm telling you. All right, let's go get gas. And this way, if I run out, you're with me. So instead of coming and getting me in the Tesla,
Yeah, I can help.
right,
push.
you can help. We can help push the car. This makes perfect sense. All right, well, where are we now? In Springfield, Missouri, not Illinois.
No, yeah.
Although we almost ended up in Springfield, Illinois. You got us turned around there, Mike.
We got a little screwed up. When I typed in the search bar Springfield, I didn't. I just put in Springfield, Missouri. Go.
So you just headed to Springfield, not a Charger.
Not a good part of Springfield.
No, it was a.
No.
I'm following him blindly. I'm like, what are we doing? And then Mike sends me a text. He's like, I don't know where we're at. And I was like, oh crap! I forgot to tell him that you have to select a Charger.
Yeah.
You can't just navigate to the city. You have to find the Charger. Thankfully, I can send. That's one nice thing about Teslas. I'm in my car, and I'm able to send the navigation to where he needs to go straight to the car from my phone.
Which is smart.
So the car automatically starts navigating him to this supercharger, and I did it all from the comfort and convenience of my own vehicle.
Which is probably still half full. Or how much do you gas?
I still have all my gas. Yeah, like I probably have over 3/4 of a tank.
Yeah.
And the roads out here are so bad.
They are not good at
They're
all.
really
And that
bad.
guy almost hit you.
Yeah, I honked at him. Did you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I gave him the evil eye as I pulled up next to him.
And then,
So,
yeah, if you notice, all that, he almost hit me to get past me, to cut in front of you and me, so that he could get to the stoplight, where he sat at a red light until all of our lights turned green together, we all got to go.
Yeah.
Morons. Complete morons that don't know how to drive. Some people do that just because they can't stand Tesla drivers. That's the truth. A lot of people can't stand EVs, and when they see them, they got to do something to act, you know, they got to act shady or something, you know?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
thought that truck was going to hit me too, coming through the intersection. You see that?
Uh-uh.
The white truck that almost went through the intersection.
No, I missed that.
Yeah.
You almost got T-boned?
Almost got T-boned. So, yay!
That's great. Yeah, total my baby, man. That's
That's so stupid. That's really good. And I can't. Every time I back up, I pick my rear end off the seat, and she goes into park, and I can't back up.
yeah. It thinks there's nobody in the car. It's a safety feature.
And you can't open the door and back up.
No,
So-
I'm gonna order that camera, assuming that the piece that I ordered fixes the heater. As long as that works, I'll buy a new backup camera. To put the backup camera in, you have to tear the whole back of the car off just to get to the backup camera.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and they lowered the price of it to $316.
Oh.
So it's even cheaper.
Okay.
eBay just sent me a notification, like just now, saying, "Hey, you can get this for $316 instead of $350."
Okay.
Mike, I'm freezing,
I'm cold too.
and while this is doing that, I think I'm gonna take a nap because
Are you real tired?
I'm falling out. So I think I'll take. How long is it supposed to charge for?
I don't know how you tell.
Well, don't worry about it. It'll tell you on the dashboard, on the driver screen.
It'll tell you?
It'll tell you how long.
So I just need to plug in your address now
Yep.
and route, and
Yep.
that'll take us to the next
That'll
one.
take us the rest away.
Okay. And I
All
can
right.
use the heater, right?
Yeah, you can turn the heater on, all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. See you guys in Catoosa, right? Or
Catoosa.
that's the next stop?
I hope so.
I hope so too. We're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right back where we started. This was our first charging stop. The difference is Mike left me in the dust. He left me behind. He went to Terre Haute, and I got to sit here for an hour. But this time I was really kind, and now I'm sitting. Oh, here we go.
What? What did you say?
Go ahead, do it.
No,
yeah.
I'll know who win that for. Okay. Yeah.
So, how's it going?
Everything's fine.
Did you see that trucker that flashed his lights? Did I do something wrong? Like, honestly, did I get too close or something?
No.
I thought I had plenty of room. I merged back into the slow lane. He flashed his lights, then he got over and looked like he was trying to catch up with me.
Pass you. Yeah, he was going to catch up with you.
I hit the gas.
Same thing all the other truckers do. When you pass someone, you get in the other lane.
Right.
But when they pass, it takes forever.
Do you realize this trip will probably be like 15 and a half hours when we get there?
To your house?
Yes. Total, like 15 and... But here's the good news. It's not the Tesla's fault. It has been... I mean, well, look around.
Yeah.
We just saw most likely a fatality accident on the turnpike.
Yes.
And how about this? All through all the states we've been through, the roads that are free to use are mostly good. You get to Oklahoma where they charge you $5 each way on the turnpike,
Yeah.
and the roads, it's ice.
Terrible.
It was, I was scared.
Terrible.
Oklahoma doesn't care.
No!
Oklahoma doesn't care. And I'm going to get demonetized thanks to those damn speakers up there. So we're going to save the rest of this video for getting home. But it looks like we're going to make it. How far is my house? We're an hour and a half from Tulsa. So we got an hour and a half left, and then you have another hour and a half back.
I could be home in 10 minutes.
You could. You could. You want to leave it and come back tomorrow?
No.
All right, guys. Well, I guess because this speaker is going to get me in trouble, we'll go ahead and I don't know why you need music blaring here in the parking lot for Teslas.
How much is this guy paying a minute?
That Tesla was here before we left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm serious. That Tesla was here when I left. I was here charging and he had it plugged in there. I'm certain that's the same car. I swear to you. It's in this video, I think. I don't know. Well, we're not checking. We don't need that kind of... No, it's been rough enough already, Mike.
Okay.
All right, guys, we'll see you back in the city. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are pulling up to the house. I have made it home. Monkey Wrench Mike is somewhere behind me. And all I'm going to say is this was a treacherous trip. This was absolutely horrible. I'm sure Monkey Wrench Mike is going to agree that this was a very unpleasant trip. You know, he got there in about 10 hours. It took me about 12 hours and 40 minutes with the ice and the snow. And then, then the trip back here, incredible. We have been on the road for like 17 and a half hours, almost 18 hours on the road. The mileage, we drove 1,398.4 miles. Don't pay attention to that fuel economy. I'm not entirely sure it's correct. I think it's actually a bit lower than that. I'm going to jump out. We're going to run over to Monkey Wrench Mike real quick. We're not going to stand out here and conversate in this 5-degree weather. Instead, I'm going to sit in the car with him and we'll go over some numbers in there. I don't know how it managed it, but the Prius, aside from the very back, the Prius is actually very shiny. It still looks relatively clean. The Tesla, not so much. It didn't fare nearly as well. I love this ambient lighting too. Oh, it's so warm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And comfortable in here.
Yeah, move some stuff. I want to sit so we can discuss numbers. I don't want to do it in the freezing cold. Do you want to start your car first and get it warmed up?
Yeah, we're good.
You're good? Okay. I don't want to forget your hats and your gloves.
Yeah, baby.
All right. So, before we get into numbers, let's figure out what you thought of each car.
Of each car?
Of each car. We'll start with the Prius. Let's start with the Prius.
Uncomfortable.
Uh-huh.
It gets pushed around everywhere.
Yeah.
But super economical.
Yeah. What was the fuel economy when you were driving it? 42.
0.3 or something.
I'm sitting somewhere around 39.
Really?
Yeah, the way it's just, this has been a treacherous trip on the way back.
Yeah.
So I have to agree with you on everything. My back, my butt, my hips, my thighs, my knees, everything hurts.
Yeah.
In that car. It is exceptionally uncomfortable for long trips.
Yeah.
With that said, and blowing around, I mean, it's with all of that said though, it was a solid.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
How do we do this again here?
There we go. It was a solid, reliable ride.
Yeah.
No problems, no quirks, no issues. It did what it's supposed to do. It got us from one place to another and back safely.
For $43. All the way to Indiana.
Yeah. And I spent 24 at the first pump and 14 at the second.
Okay.
So I'm $38 in.
Yeah.
So that's total of what?
43 and 38, 70, 82?
82. Huh.
Just off the top of my head.
Okay, well, I've done some preliminary numbers on the Tesla.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you this. It didn't do it for how much did you say?
82.
82. It did not do it for $82. So let's move on to the Tesla. What are your thoughts on the Tesla? Be brutal. Be brutal. Let her have it.
I love the sound system. Eagles, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin to today's stuff. It was great. It was really, really good. Comfortable, but this car hates me.
Yes.
It doesn't want me to get where I want to go. How many times did it take me on the wrong route?
So at first I thought it was user error, but I thought, well, you know, he's just,
it's Monkey Wrench Mike.
Yeah, but I was manually sending over the coordinates from my phone to the car.
Yeah.
And even on my phone, it was wrong. It was telling us we needed to charge more than we needed to charge. It wanted us to stop at places that didn't make any sense. We charged up in basically the outskirts of Tulsa, and it wanted us to charge again in Tulsa because it said we weren't going to make it down here. And you've got how many miles?
81 miles left.
81, and we weren't supposed to make it.
No.
So there, I don't know if it's the weather. I don't know if the car is just confused tonight.
Yeah.
But it's been quirky on the way. Now on my trip up, not a single issue with navigation, not a single issue with finding the supercharge. It was perfect. I mean, it timed it perfect. Everything was spaced out perfect, and I always had plenty of range to get to the next place.
Yeah.
There was no issue. So I don't know what happened, but the car has definitely been acting a little...
See, everybody's thinking it's me now.
It's not. I'm telling you, it is not him. Yeah, I did check it out for myself, and the car is acting just really quirky. I noticed the suspension light.
It comes and goes.
You know, I'm wondering if the levers are frozen.
It could be.
You know, like the Mercedes, they have those little arms, or maybe the pump itself, because it uses oxygen, which has moisture, and it's 5 degrees outside.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe the pump is freezing up or something.
So, yeah.
What else? Anything else?
Comfortable seats. It drove great. The regenerative, when you let off the gas during an ice storm or snowstorm, is a little spooky.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't want to get away from you.
Yeah. Letting off of the gas is the equivalent of kind of really hitting the brakes.
Hitting the brakes, yeah.
So when you let off the gas, you have to treat it as if you're pushing in the brakes. So if you want to push the brakes gently on ice, you let off of the accelerator gently. It takes some getting used to. The whole car, the whole system takes getting used to. But once you've got it, you know, you've got it. The navigation thing, it's another thing that takes some getting used to. It can be a little quirky. I've never had the problem with it, but I witnessed it firsthand tonight. And it's just one of those things where you have to do a little more thinking.
You have to be smarter than me.
You have to be smarter than the car. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little old school, too. I mean, this is a 11-year-old technology. This is an old car. Let's check the mileage real quick. There's the watt hours per mile, 377, which for freezing cold with the heat is not bad. And the mileage, what does that say? I can't...
271,528.
271. So I'm going to hit 272 really soon.
Yeah.
And I got this car with 269. What, just a couple weeks ago?
Just a couple weeks ago.
I'm thinking
Put it through the ringers. Yeah.
Florida. We need to go places.
I don't know. I was wondering how I was going to say this, but if I had to go somewhere and I needed one charge, I would take this.
One charge.
One charge. If I needed 4 or 5 charges, no, forget it.
Yeah.
It's too much time. You're wasting way too much time.
I agree. So, that's something that a lot of people have a problem with.
Yeah.
And that's also a problem that's more prominent on these old cars. The new ones get twice the range.
Oh.
You know, the new ones,
miles? Yeah.
400 miles, and they charge insanely fast. Plus, they're dual motors. I mean, I'm actually considering buying one. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, but I'm considering buying a new one and kind of comparing them side by side. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Because their 0 to 60 is 3.1. They're ridiculously fast. They charge fast. The technology. I want the redesign. Obviously, I want the new one, not the old one. But anyway, let's figure out how much this cost to take to Indiana and back. I said at the beginning of the video that I think it was going to surprise myself as much as it's going to surprise you guys. So my thought was the Tesla was going to be cheaper. I really believe that. I knew from the beginning the Prius was going to win the race, obviously, because the Tesla has to charge. Before the weather went to hell in a handbasket, I did figure on an extra couple hours of charging. That doesn't bother me. Like, if I'm going on a 10-hour... Normally, I can get to Indiana in 10 hours. That's every time, 10 hours. Not a problem. That's being pretty leisurely. So I knew it was going to take a couple more hours to drive this car. 12 hours, no big deal. And in fact, I got there through a snowstorm. In almost all of Missouri, I managed to make it there in 12 hours and 40 minutes. So I was almost on schedule. Had it not had a lot of snow and ice, I think I could have easily made it in 12 hours. For me, it's worth it. Not a big deal, especially with as much money as I'm saving on fuel. So, how much was the Prius again?
$81.
$81.
The calculator on that, yeah.
Okay. The Tesla.
You just want to show them?
Let's show them. Yeah, that's $207 compared to $81. So we drove 1,400 miles. So let's figure this out real quick. A 2013 S550 gets 25 miles a gallon on in the city. So let's say you bought, and it would cost about the same price as the Tesla, around $10,000. So let's say you got 1,400 miles divided by 25 miles a gallon. And then let's multiply that premium gas about $3 a gallon. $168. You could have driven a twin turbo
with massaging seats.
With S-Class for less than this Tesla. I was not prepared for that. I had no idea that supercharging had gotten so expensive. Back in the day, years ago, when I had my first Tesla Model S, supercharging was actually free. It was free for me. This car was free. The previous owner told me it was free, but because he traded it into Tesla removed the free supercharging. And the rates as we went along were between 30 and 40 cents per kilowatt hour. So there you have it. Now, this is a much bigger car than the Prius. I mean, far bigger. So you would kind of expect that you're going to pay more than $80, but I didn't. I really thought that the Prius would win the race, but the Tesla was going to win on the financial side. I really thought that we were going to get through this much cheaper.
Well, the cold had a big factor too.
The cold. That's why I wanted to do it in the cold. I'm glad you pointed that out. This is worst case scenario.
Yeah.
It does not get worse. What's the temperature right now? 1?
1.
It's 1. The wind chill's like negative 30. Okay. This is literally, I wanted to give you guys a real world situation in the worst possible conditions that almost anybody would be out driving one of these cars in. This is an old car. The new ones aren't nearly as bad. They're not near. They use a different type of heater. This heater drains battery a lot. The new ones use a heat pump, much more friendly on the battery. So these old cars, if you're looking into getting one, this is what you can expect. It can be really rough, but in decent weather, anything above freezing, these things will do great. It's also important to note that the cost of driving this on a road trip is insanely high compared to charging it at home. So 30 to 40 cents per kilowatt hour on the road traveling, you're only going to have to pay that when you're on the road traveling. If you charge it at home like you should, I charge this car for about $10 from empty. I can charge this thing for about, it's 12 cents a kilowatt hour. And typically when I charge, it's going to be between 50 and 75 kilowatt hours that I need to charge. So you can do the math on that, and that's what it would cost me regularly to plug the car into my garage and leave it overnight. And it's fully charged when I'm ready to go the next day. For a whole day, sometimes 2 days, it's good to go. So things to take into consideration. Overall, how do I still feel about the car? I'm still very happy with it.
I love it.
I've got a lot of parts coming for it. I've got the part for the heater that should hopefully fix the heater and the blower motor so I can take the toggle switch out.
That was ingenious, though. That was super smart.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because without it, there would be no heat. So we'll get the heat going. I've got a new set of wheels and tires that are almost here for it. I've got the suspension components for the front end. I got suspension components for the back end. And after that, there really shouldn't be anything else but to just continue driving the car. Send it for an alignment.
This is a car with 271,000 miles.
Yes. Can you picture an S-Class with 300,000 miles? How much would it cost?
Yeah.
Do you think to keep an S-Class, an S550 running for 300,000 miles? And imagine the oil leaks. Are you kidding? Twin turbo? There's oil leaks everywhere. Intake full of,
Well, my old one over there has 220.
How much do you think it costs to keep that one running?
Well, I don't want to talk about it. We'll haven't put any money into it, but yeah.
I promise you, somebody did. Look, overall, I'm not trying to force feed anybody the EV thing. The government's doing a good enough job of that, especially because it's like California where they're like, no gas cars, no more diesels. That's not what I'm about, man. I enjoy different types of cars, all types of cars, and Teslas are my favorite as far as electric vehicles because of the charging network. Tesla was smart, and they built the infrastructure out before they built all of the cars. You know, they really started focusing on making sure that people could charge their cars. There's still a long, long way to go, but you can take a road trip in an 11-year-old 300,000-mile Tesla and get from A to B and back again.
Yeah.
What more do you want? And for $7,800, steal of a deal, in my opinion. Guys, if you don't know who this dude is over here, I don't know what I almost called you. I'm exhausted. We have been on this trip home has taken 17 and a half hours, I think. 17. He's still got to drive an hour and a half home.
Yeah.
You'll be 20 hours in.
I'll be 20 hours on the road, and until I get pulled over, I'm going to look like this.
You look like that Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck!
If you don't know who this guy is over here, this is Monkey Wrench Mike. Do me a favor, go check out his channel, because this whole deal would not have been, this was not possible without him, and he jumped in last minute, like no notice, because there was an issue at the house in Terre Haute, and I had to go up there, and I was like, we were planning on making this video anyway, and since I had to go, it was like, if you have the time, this would be the perfect opportunity to just get it over with, and snowstorm.
There's
Perfect.
the drama. Yeah.
Perfect. So it worked out great. So please do me a favor. Like, he really last minute jumped and drove 20 hours. So please go subscribe to his channel and, comment on one of his videos. Tell him thank you for coming. I appreciate it, as always.
You're very welcome.
We're going to be doing, we'll do another trip soon. Sometime.
Yeah.
We'll maybe we'll go to, well, we're doing Power Tour.
Power Tour.
But that's in June. Maybe we'll go to Florida and go to the beach or something. Go somewhere nice and warm.
Well, compare your new Tesla to your old Tesla.
I don't know if I can afford a new Tesla. I don't know. I might buy it anyway. What's a repo? You know,
It's never stopped you
not.
before.
Yes, it's not that big a deal. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, which took 3 days to make, and what was it? We drove almost 3,000 miles combined. 2,800 miles combined.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed it, well, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Drop your comments down below. I'm going to bed. Until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.